It's Friday, May 26, 2023, and this is the Washington Times front page. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Microsoft wants the federal government to create a new agency to regulate artificial intelligence. Ryan Lovelace reports Microsoft President Brad Smith unveiled a blueprint for governing AI. It calls for better enforcement of existing rules and laws, but also recommends the federal government impose new regulations that would be best implemented by a new government agency. Microsoft and rival Google have openly embraced letting the government write new AI rules after meeting with top Biden administration officials. President Biden has nominated Air Force Chief of Staff General Charles Brown to serve as the next chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. In a Rose Garden ceremony, Jeff Murdoch reports Biden hailed Brown as a leader who's deeply knowledgeable and prepared for the challenges posed by China and Russia. If confirmed by the Senate, Brown will advise Biden on a variety of issues, such as Russia's war on Ukraine and China's military aggression in the Asia-Pacific region. Brown previously served as commander of Pacific Air Forces, the air component of the U.S. Pacific Command. That experience could prove invaluable as the U.S. navigates China's expansion in the region. He would succeed General Mark Milley, who was appointed by then-President Trump in 2019. The chairman serves at the pleasure of the president for a 4-year term. The Supreme Court has rolled back the Environmental Protection Agency's reach over U.S. waterways, handing a victory to an Idaho couple blocked from building a house because the agency deemed their property a wetland. Valerie Richardson reports the court said the federal government may regulate wetlands only that have a continuous surface connection to a body of water covered by the Clean Water Act, which protects streams, rivers, and lakes, and other navigable waters. The court rejected former Justice Anthony Kennedy's significant nexus test, a 17-year-old standard that let the EPA exert regulatory authority over acres of land located in the vicinity of bodies of water. Justice Samuel Alito wrote the opinion on behalf of the 5-justice majority. The other 4 justices concurred in separate opinions using different reasoning, and there was no dissenting opinion. South Korea successfully launched 8 satellites into orbit in a development its President Yoon Suk-yeol hailed as a splendid feat. Andrew Salmon reports it's South Korea's first launch of a commercial-grade satellite into orbit, a major breakthrough in its push to outcompete its Asian neighbors in space. China, France, India, Japan, Russia, and the United States have placed their own domestically produced satellites into orbit via homegrown rockets. South Korea's first satellite entered orbit in 1992, sent aloft by the European Space Agency. And finally, Valerie Richardson looks at the differences in the latest Disney live-action remake, this time of The Little Mermaid. The much-anticipated remake, which premiered Friday to varied reviews, features a boatload of tweaks to the plot and lyrics intended to bring the 1989 original in line with contemporary sensibilities. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/frontpage or the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.